Yeah. YouTube. What's up, baby? Back in this thing again for another review. This is Q's Insight. I am Callie, and today we're here to talk about The Mandalorian Season 3, Episode 7. Now, when I watched this, of course, they didn't have the title, so they're probably going to have the title later on down the line. But just know that this is The Mandalorian Season 3, Episode 7, Opinion. Alright? Now, if you've been to this channel before, you already know how we do it. Start off with the premise. The 3 favorite scenes. Then the grade. Alright? Now again, so this is The Mandalorian Season 3, Episode 7, Opinion. Alright? So for this episode, we started off with Elia, and we see that she's in contact with Gideon. So not only is she in contact with Gideon, we're finding out, but we're finding out that Gideon is for sure alive. Last episode, there was a premise that Gideon was alive. Now for sure, we know that Gideon is alive. And not only is alive, but there is still remnants of the Empire out here trying to breathe life back into itself to become the full potential of power that it used to be. All right. And Gideon is kind of one of the, although there may be higher ups, he's probably like second or third, ranked. But anyways, we see that she's in contact with Gideon. She lets Gideon know that the Mandalorians, even though they have their lost tribes, they have 2 different factions or whatever it may be, that the 2 factions are now indeed working with each other. So this can be a problem for the Empire's rise, right? So she lets him know about that. He's like, don't trip. I got it all handled. So then we see Gideon, and he goes to this like conference or meeting with the higher ups of the Empire. And he basically tells them what's going on. He also tells them that he's going to need reinforcements in order to battle these Mandalorians that have decided to stick together now. Because that if they don't handle this Mandalorian situation right now, it's going to be a problem for them either like exactly a little bit after that or just down in the future. So they need to handle the situation now. So with him requesting this backup, these reinforcements, the higher ups that are at the table, they're like all in holograms, whatever, but the higher ups at the table agree to help him out. And they also agree that it may be time for new leadership, because as it stands right now, everybody that's in there, they work under Thrawn, and it's supposed to be that, just talk about Thrawn returning. But Gideon kind of has it in his head, like, you know what, forget Thrawn. You know what I'm saying? It's about me type stuff. I think there should be new leadership, and who better person than me? You know what I'm saying? That's where he's going with it type stuff. So they have that situation. So now he's backed up to go against the Mandalorians, right? So then from there, we end up picking up with Greef Karga. He gets a visit from the new reinforcements of that Bo-Katan went to go basically bring to the rest of the Mandalorians that were already there. Like I said, there's 2 factions of them. So Bo and Mando are, of course, there as well. The Mandalorians of both sects meet up for the first time in a while. And we can see that there's going to be tension between the 2. But for the greater of cost, they're going to try to make this thing work out. So they meet up in front of the armor. Everybody meets up in front of armor. And then from there, we see Mando talking to Greef. And Greef says he has a surprise for him. He gives him like this little drink, but beyond the drink, out comes a new robot called IG-12. Now this is still IG-11. It's IG-11's parts, but what they do now is they gutted him and made it to where someone that's small can pilot IG-11, which is now IG-12, and they can talk through it and whatever else may be. Just like a Megazord now. You feel me? That's what it's like. And so at first you see the little Anzelian alien piloting it, but then it ends up being that they plan on having Grogu pilot IG-12. So there he can walk around, he can jump around, he can defend himself and do everything his little body couldn't. Now he has a body to be able to do that, plus still use the Force through himself. So this is like a great idea, the ultimate babysitter for this dude, even though he's controlling it. You know what I'm saying? It's the ultimate thing. This was a great and smart idea. You love these two characters. What's better than these two characters being separately? Boom, them combined. Perfect. You brought back IG-11 by making him IG-12, even though he's still not really brought back. Perfect, bro. We're gonna get it. We're gonna delve into that. But anyways, so we see that now IG-11 is back as IG-12, and also he will be piloted by Grogu. All right. So from there we see Bo-Katan, and she ends up having a meeting with all the Mandalorians. All right. She tells them the plan of retaking Mandalore, and that they need to make a small faction, small group to go drop on Mandalore and, handle the situation. Then everybody can come, you know what I'm saying? But they need to have a little small, little spy little group to send out. So she asks for people of both tribes to participate in this little mission. And so we got Paz, we got the armor, we got Mando, of course we got Bo-Katan, and then we have Axe, and I forgot the girl's name that plays the other Mandalorian, but it's like Snoop Dogg's cousin, the wrestler, the female wrestler, but her as well. And there's other people that we've never seen before. So we got individuals of both factions going together on this little mission that they have to go to handle on Mandalore. So after the people agree to participate and Bo-Katan has the numbers of Mandalorians that she needs to handle this mission, they set off on a mission. The mission is in motion at this point. So we end up seeing that the squad gets dropped off on Mandalore, and then as the squad is walking the terrain, they actually end up running into some Night Owls, which is the group that Bo-Katan represented and still represents as well. She has the Night Owl emblem on one arm, and then on the other arm she has the Mythosaur. But at first it used to be both Night Owl emblems, so she's, of course, she's one with the Night Owls as well, just as she's one with everybody else. So when the Night Owls, when the few Mandalorians that were part of the Night Owls recognized that it was Bo-Katan, they fly over to her, tell her like, we miss you, and we're here for you for your cause, and whatever way we can help you out, we'll help you out. So after that, we see Mando has a talk with Bo-Katan, and Bo-Katan basically, and she basically explains and spills the guts about how she feels about this whole situation, like how she feels like she let down the Mandalorians just in general by making this plea deal with Gideon, and then as the plea deal was supposed to go through, Gideon backstabbed them and backstabbed the Mandalorians, and destroyed their civilization or whatever it may have been, or just he didn't like keep up with the plan, with his part of the agreement for his deal that he made with her. So he screwed her over, and in return she feels like she screwed Mandalorians over. Mando tells her, look, like, you're the whole reason why everybody is gathered together. You've put this whole like fruition of being a squad, being one, having unity, and retaking back Mandalore and having it thrive and be the best that it's ever been. And I believe in that, and others believe in that follow you, and that's why I follow you type stuff. And so this kind of like gets her coming around to like, hey, you know what? Like, I made a mistake, but at least I'm trying to fix it. And once I fix it, we're going to be the best Mandalorian civilization that's ever been. You feel me? Like, no one else can take us down. We always fall because of our own doings. But once we come back together this time, that's it. We're not breaking apart. Like, that's the type of situation that's going on. That's what type of situation I feel like is being upheld by these the top individuals: Mando, the Armorer, Paz, Bo. You feel me? So yeah. But after that talk, they keep traveling and ends up being like, I forgot. I think that some of the Mandalorians like get exhausted. So what ends up happening is the Armorer says, you know what, we need to split up. The Mandalorians that can stay here, continue with the mission. The Mandalorians that can't stay here and need to go back to base or back to the ship, I'll take them to the ship. But the rest of you guys stay here and continue the mission. So that's what happens. The Armorer takes the Mandalorians that are that need help and need to recuperate back to the ship, and then the rest of the Mandalorians that are still good, like, you know, Paz, Bo, Mando, Axe, etc., they stay on the planet to continue the mission. So as they continue the mission, during one of the days when they're having like this I guess they're just chilling out, like the both of the tribes, both of the sections of the Mandalorians, Paz and Axe end up actually getting into a fight. And just as things are coming to a very aggressive heading, Grogu stops the fight between Axe and Paz Vizsla in his new IG-12 mechanical armor suit, however you want to say it, you feel me? But he stops the fight. And being that he did it, being that everybody respects Grogu, and if you don't, you're going to get it real quick from Mando or Bo-Katan or the Armorer, period, bro. So you're going to have to put respect on it, whether you want to or not, because you're going to end up going against the elite of the elite of the elite Mandalorians, bro, if not. So they, Axe and Paz stop fighting. And then after that, they still continue to go to the on their travels, and they end up having to go underground to avoid this big beast that they almost run into. I don't know if that was the mythosaur or if that was something else, but this big beast busts out of the ground, and in order to avoid it, they have to go underground. So they go underground. When they're underground, bro, they get attacked by some Moff Gideon's soldiers, and these soldiers, they have familiar armor. Okay, they're wearing armor made out of Beskar. So now Gideon may not have like Mandalorians as soldiers, but he has soldiers that have Mandalorian armor on. So it makes them deadly, more deadlier than before. They're more durable. They may not be able to shoot well, but they're still more durable, right? So that's a big up for Gideon, right? Not only that, but as the fight is breaking out, they shut these doors, which cuts Mando off from Paz, Bo-Katan, etc. And then Gideon ends up capturing Mando after he fights to get out of it. He couldn't do it. He was surrounded, bro. He tries to fight the best he can, but then he gets captured. So they have him captured. Bo-Katan is on the other side of the door. Oh, yeah, Bo-Katan is on the other side of the door with the rest of the Mandalorians, right? And so she tells Gideon that I should have killed you a long time ago, da 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 da. And we see that also Gideon now, he has a suit that's full of Beskar and looks real, real dope, right? So what ends up happening is Gideon's like, whatever, you know, da 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 da, and he tells his men to open up the door and to kill the Mandalorians. So what Bo-Katan does is she runs further in down in the room, and there's another door. She takes a darksaber, cuts a hole through it, and then the rest of the Mandalorians try to fight off the soldiers as they're coming in through the front door. And then eventually, once she cuts the hole, all the rest of the Mandalorians run through the hole to escape. And then Bo-Katan is by the hole as well, waiting for Paz Vizsla, because he's the last Mandalorian trying to you know, dish out cover for the rest of the Mandalorians to escape. Lo and behold, bro, he ends up sacrificing himself, closing the door so that he can take out the rest of the soldiers that Gideon has, and just to bypass you know, the situation at hand for the other Mandalorians and give them time to escape, and both time to escape, right? So that's what he does, and they all escape, except of course for Mando, who which he's captured. Paz is there. He fights, does the best he can, and he ends up getting killed. So Paz is killed in this episode, sacrificing himself for the Mandalorians to escape, and then Mando is still captured right now by Gideon. And that's how the episode ends, man. So for this episode, my three favorite scenes would definitely be Grogu in the IG-12, all the scenes with them together. But it was just certain parts, bro, where he just kept on pressing the button like, no, 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 or yes, yes, yeah. Like, that was hilarious. And then just him breaking up the fight, that was dope. Him, like, just being able to maneuver around like, you know, a regular size kid or adult would usually be able to do. You know, it just was cool. It was cool to see. And I just like this whole situation where you take two popular characters and combine them into one. You know what I'm saying? And the way that they went about it was very creative. You know what I'm saying? So just the whole situation of Grogu and IG-12, that would be my first favorite scene. Second favorite scene would be Paz versus Axe, bro. Paz Vizsla versus Axe Wolf, bro. That was very dope. Very dope fight, bro. Seeing both of these dudes go at it head to head. You know what I'm saying? Both the head of their factions, pretty much, you know what I'm saying? We know Bo led the Wolves, or the Night Owls, however you want to say Wolf, Axe Wolf, the Wolves or the Night Owls, however you want to say it. But, you know, in that section after she left, you know, it was Axe for the Wolves, and then it's, you know, of course with the Mandalorians, the armor is like kind of the leader, and then Mando type stuff, and then Bo now as well. But under them, you know, it's Paz. So you got like the generals, Paz, you got Axe going at it head to head, bro. Dope fight, man. Dope individuals. Much respect to both of them. So that'll be my second favorite scene. My third favorite scene, bro, would be Paz's sacrifice, man. Just like Mando went out when he got captured, he was doing the best he could, bro. Paz did the best that he could when he ended up dying, bro. He took out so many soldiers, bro. And then these like the night, I forgot what they're called, but like they're like some type of knights or whatever with the red like cloak and armor, stuff like that, bro. And then they got the swords, bro. They came and handled at the end and took Paz out, bro. But like, he did his thing. There's no hate at all, man. Like, he really did his thing, and I really respect the character. I hope somehow he's not dead, but you know he's probably dead, man. So that'll be my third favorite scene, man. He went out like a G, bro. Him and Mando went out like a G. Even though Mando's not dead, he's captured. You know, compared to Paz going out and actually dying, they both went out. They both did their things. So much respect to Paz, and, you know, much respect to Mando, even though Mando's still alive. But that'll be three of my favorite scenes. The grade for this episode, man, I'm not gonna lie, bro. At first, I felt like it was kind of slow, and when I first saw this started off with Elijah, I was like, oh my god, this is one of the longest episodes. It's with Elijah in the beginning. Please don't be like the episode 2 or whatever it was, or 3, whatever, when it was Elijah and the scientist dude. Please don't be like that. But it wasn't like that, to my surprise. It felt like it was a little long, but it was needed. We got a good story. We got good action in between, all through. We had some devastating things happen to our cast of characters that we've grown to love. It was the perfect episode, and I have other episodes that I gave a 10 or whatever it may be, but this is a 10 above the rest. You know what I'm saying? So definitely, it's gonna get a 10 out of 10 for the score. Told you my 3 favorite scenes. Told you the premise. Let me know what were some of your favorite scenes in this episode. Let me know which episode is your favorite thus far. Did you enjoy this episode, or did you feel like it was too much? It was too slow. It was not enough action, whatever it may be. I thought this was like the most perfect episode that there could have been. All right. Now, like I said, in the comments down below, let me know what you guys thought. All right. Please remember to like, subscribe, and share. As always, this is Q's Insight. I'm Callie. Until next time.